Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to 115 Gaming. Got something a little different today. Instead of playing a physical board game, I am playing a digital adaptation of The King's Dilemma, which is a board game that I've been super fascinated by, but I haven't had the chance to play it yet. And because Horrible Guild Game Studio has just released the Kickstarter campaign for the sequel game, The Queen's Dilemma, they have announced this new digital version of the game, and they have released a demo version on Steam, and so I would like to play through as much content as they have available for you guys and see how it works. I read a little bit through the tutorial. I'm not really quite sure exactly how everything works yet. I've read through the rulebook of the original board game, so we'll see how this works. Welcome to the King's Dilemma Chronicles. Okay. Welcome to the Kingdoms of Ankist, a place of daring expeditions, gruesome battles, and arcane mysteries. Located in the northern continent of Lywick, Ankist is one of the largest kingdoms of the known world, but it's not the only one. The Kingdom of Muir, to the northwest, advanced both culturally and technologically. The small and harmless Kingdom of Sidlada, to the south, with its stingy lands. The Republic of Capias, to the northeast, with commercial abilities beyond imagination. The Kasukian Empire, to the distant east, where the Emperor lives in opulence while the people struggle. The southern continent, barely explored, is only known for the fierce ivory desert and the tales and legends. The southern continent, barely explored, is only known for the fierce ivory desert and the tales and legends shared by the few foreign travelers venturing to our lands. Ankist has been enjoying several decades of peace, but less than 2 centuries ago it was divided into many small kingdoms and raider tribes, conquered in wars or united by diplomacy over the centuries to be incorporated as duchies or marks. So, little is known about what happened before this age of fragmentation, but what we know for sure is that all the lands of the known world were ruled by several lost civilizations throughout the ages. What caused these civilizations to fall is unclear. Alright. You are going to assume the role of head of the council, a governing body ruling in the name of the king located in Libra, this capital city of Ankist. Love the art. Before you begin, take a quick test to determine the house that suits you best. Alright. This is exciting. In a financial crisis, is it moral to sacrifice knowledge in order to save money? Interesting. I mean, yeah, because wouldn't want a kingdom to go bankrupt, and the well-being of our people is probably a little more important for the kingdom, I'd say. Yeah, Is it okay to restrict certain religious practices that clash with the established cult? Oh, interesting. Well, again, I'm assuming the established cult is the de facto religion of the kingdom, and we wouldn't want the kingdom to be more fractured than it already is after this age of fragmentation. So, yeah, if we want to keep a united kingdom. If a neighboring country gets invaded, do we step in to support them? Well, that's too general. Like, it depends on the context. Like, is the neighboring country an ally? Is it an enemy? Do we have good relations with them? Not? I say we do step in to support them. I mean, as a general rule of thumb, Twilight Imperium has taught me that you want to be on good terms with your neighbors at all times. So sure. We'll help. We'll support. With childbirths on decline, do we strongly incentivize families to have children? Oh, I mean, I don't know, more children means more mouths to feed, which means more emphasis on money and supplies. I don't think we have to strongly incentivize families. They'll probably have kids. Nah, that's fine. Okay, choose your house. Torque. Oh, I see. So we got two options. All right, the House of Torque. Let's see what we got. Free the world from evil. Seeking support from a bigger and richer country to help contain the frequent assaults of raiders coming from beyond its uncertain northern borders, Torque joined the Kingdom of Ankist in the year 75. It is a poor place where the central authority struggles to survive, tormented by incursions from barbaric Skyrim tribes that live in the hills at the foot of the Folofwar Mountains. If Libra and the whole of Ankist can sleep peacefully, they owe it to your brave and proud people, forged by many battles and the hostile climate of your territory. Thick clouds cover your homeland during winter, when extremely long nights produce endless horrors. Animals' carcasses are found ripped apart in unnatural ways. The remnants of dark and obscure rituals perpetrated by ominous cultists are found in the countryside, and shadows agitate the vast forests. Torkins, however, are not intimidated, and always react to any threat in the same way, by fighting. The courage and resilience of your warriors is also incarnated in your family, who have joined its warriors in battle on the front lines for generations. You often lead hunts for cultists and other horrors to protect the population. Despite your fighting skills, you never find pleasure in taking someone's life, and you fight only to defend your people. No one is sent to die in battle lightly, as your population is scarce compared to the vastness of your territory. Everyone does their part in Torque, from the warriors to priestesses, who often go on the battlefield to bless the soldiers. In some rare, extreme cases, they even join the fight. Your aspiration is that everyone will unite to fight the horrors and the dangers that infest the world, and that the Torkins are not left alone to shed their blood to defend it. Okay. Interesting. Marquises of Torque. What do we got? Gammon. Work is life. Once an independent kingdom, the Duchy of Gammon was annexed by Ankist in the year of 130, after the army of that kingdom surrounded the capital, the Golden Port. Also known as the Lobster People. Ooh. You are capable traders and hard workers. You are constantly busy, and you spend so much time complaining that you have no time to enjoy the fruits of your work in prosperous land. You are obsessed with the fact that life is too short. Gammon people have developed a special sensitivity for beautiful and luxurious things. You take pride in your efficiency and prosperity, and you often complain that you pay too much tax. You feel that your relationship with the central administration of the kingdom is only one way. You give so much to the crown without receiving anything back but taxes. From the outside, you are seen as demanding, arrogant, and fussy, but also elegant and sophisticated. Your capital is clean and secure. All your people, including you and your family, complain that life ends too soon. You would give anything to have more time to enjoy the wealth you accumulate in your hard-working life. Man, listen, I'll take anything that's sea-themed. Like, the Lobster People sounds fun, but... oh, man. These people kind of sound like they suck. I don't know. It looks like the Torkians... I don't know, look, man, they want to unite the people of Ankist to help defend against evil, is what it seems. I'm kind of... but also, their insignia is this hog with wings, and this is a lobster. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Torque. I don't know. They seem more my speed. Let's go. A group of scholars in Libra recently discovered that ancient chronicles often blame a black circle, a dark rising sun, a cursed eclipse, or other similar images for causing the demise of many past empires. After observing similar clues in recent years, historians started speculating about the existence of a secret society that has been leading civilizations to oblivion for centuries. This organization is referred to as the Black Dawn. Some think they are a force of chaos, others view them as an engine for creative destruction, and some view them as the heralds of a new dawn, harbingers of progress and change. Whatever their true nature is, it seems that they were here before and will outlive Ankist. Some people wonder about their role in our kingdom, and only time will tell if they truly are a threat. As head of the council, you have the power to shape the future of this kingdom, but the Black Dawn is lurking in the shadows. Its existence is threatening and yet intriguing. Your role is to inform the king about the decisions of the council, but it is within your power to alter them if you so wish, provided you have enough power. It's time to begin. A new king is about to be crowned. How will the future of Ankist unfold? Alright, I'm ready. Love the artwork in this game. The trumpets strike 3 rising notes, and 80-tone doves are released as Harold V is crowned king by the prior mother of the cult. Harald, whatever. Oh, 81. Did I say 80-tone? It's put together as one word. It was confusing. The people erupt in a cheer of joy. Our hopes of enduring prosperity are renewed with a new king. Oh, yeah. I remember this at the start of the House of the Dragon. That didn't end so well, did it? Foreign dignitaries from Kasuk, Kapias, Kidlata, and Muir crowd the royal castle to evaluate the new king and win his favor. The ceremony is followed by a feast lasting for 3 days and nights along all the streets of Libra, our capital city. A week later, sitting on his throne behind the grand chiseled door of the council room, the new king addresses us for the first time. Any authority is flickering, and power can be a blessing or a curse for those on whom it is exercised, he says. After a long pause, he adds, ruling is an unsolvable dilemma. All right. What do we got? Ooh. Okay. I have literally no idea what that means. I remember the tutorial said something about this being the eclipse, so I guess I'll figure it out. All right. Okay, so we've got the world map. And we can zoom in. This is Ankist. I see. I think these are the 2 dilemmas, probably, would be my guess. And this is Libra. I guess we'll come here. There's no dilemmas in Libra. Oh, there is City of Tents. So let's not worry. Let's just do this one. Torque. I mean, we're Torque, so let's go for this one. Looks down. Okay, so it looks right down here. If I remember the symbols from the board game, because I've read the instructions, we've got our. This is our power right here. We have 8 out of 8 power. We have 8 coins. The white crown is prestige, and the black crown is crave, and those mean different things in between the dilemmas. This right here is the stability track. So when we are actually voting on dilemmas, this is going to move, and if the stability ever reaches the bottom or top of the track, the game will end. All right, let's start a... What are this down here? Oh, I see. All right, so these are the different houses, I'm guessing, that are in the council. We've got Alwed, Blodden, Coden, Cran, Dualac, the Gamem, Alwyn, the Solad, the Tyrrell, and Torque. Let's go. So, interesting. Oh, okay. So, looks like this is how we interact with the other houses of Ankist. So, I guess we can reveal their narrative goal. We can form an alliance with them for 10 coins. Unfortunately, we only have 8 coins. And we can look at info. Okay, so it seems like we could read through the backstory of all the different houses. I don't think that'll make for the most important video, so I'll read those on my own time later. Preparations. Okay, so this is what we can use to prepare for things in between dilemmas. I don't know, the tutorial was a little unclear on exactly what these are, but I guess some kind of almost tech tree. We'll see. Alright, so the houses, the map, and then what's this? The archives. Okay, so the archives is where we can go back and we can see the story of the game that we played so far, Chronicles, Mysteries, Encyclopedia. Yeah, so we can look up a lot of stuff here about the world. All right, but let's get into a dilemma. King's Dilemma, Torque. Let's see what we got. The King's Dilemma. All right, the High Commander has received a message from our soldiers stationed at the troublesome northern border of the Mark of Torque. Scarum smugglers are offering to provide us large quantities of red iron, a strange metal that can break even the strongest steel. Let's get some of that Valerian steel going. The army wants the majority of it, but there is a lot of money to be made by trading it. Okay, so it seems like either give this to the army or trade it. Do we reserve the red iron, a strong metal, for the army? Alright. I see. So, do we reserve... Alright, so... Yeah, I remember this from the board game. Alright, so here's what we've got. This right here is the stability track, and these are the 5 different resources of the kingdom. So we've got... I can't remember this one. This might be welfare. This is wealth. This is morale. This is food or supplies, and this is knowledge. So this represents where these resources are on kingdom. How well off and stable is the kingdom? How wealthy are we? How are the people doing? The morale? How much food and supplies do we have? How much knowledge do we have? Okay, so looks like these are the... I see. So what's going to happen is every dilemma, the different houses are going to vote. They're going to put in a certain amount of power voting for either yay or nay. So it looks like we've got 8 for nay and 4 for yay. So I'm kind of for, I don't know. On one hand, we want to make money for the kingdom. But on the other hand, it seems like Torque is about having a strong military. And you can see here, by the way, these highlighted areas are where we want these tracks, these resources to be in. We want them to be in one of these zones by the end of the game. So it looks icy, and the colors are showing you which things are going to move, probably. So if we vote for yay, probably welfare is going to move up the track, and if we vote nay, wealth is going to move up the track. And because wealth has got a white momentum, it'll move up an additional space, I believe. And if something is flipped over black, that means if it goes down, it'll move down an additional space. But if we can move it up, it'll switch to white, because each of these resource tracks has momentum. And the more it goes in a certain direction at once, or the more it goes in the same direction every turn, it'll gain extra speed, either up or down. Okay, so that's the question. Do we want this for the army, or do we want it for the kingdom? I feel like we don't really want to go against the grain here, right? Seems like the other kingdoms are voting nay. I don't know. I'm kind of more for a better economy for the kingdom by trading away the steel, as opposed to having tools for the army at the moment. So let's say nay. Alright, a strong army requires a strong economy to fund it. The smugglers supply us with a constant flow of red iron from the mostly unexplored lands in the northern Folofoir Mountains. The unusual metal can be sold to the highest bidders on the open market for outrageous profits. Alright. To thank the king for the prosperous business, the smugglers gift him a masterful red iron sword named Scarlet Tide. That is cool looking. I want it. The army soon elects the blade as its symbol and as a sign of its future power. A significant portion of the imported red iron starts flowing towards the royal armory, and military smiths begin experimenting with new ways of working with the sturdy metal. So I feel like it seems it kind of boosted the economy and the military almost. Because of its exceptional sturdiness, red iron is difficult to mold into weapons and armor, but a few blades are forged for the most elite regiments. Alright. Again, I don't know what this means. Not really sure what this is. Maybe we'll figure it out. Alright. So there you go. So, I wish I could. So let me see if I can show. I wish I could pull up the track, right, so I could show you exactly what happened there. But because we moved, the wealth of our kingdom moved up the track, the stability marker moves up with it, and because it was already white, which is positive, and it goes up, it had momentum and it moved up multiple spaces. Okay, so it looks like we've got a lot of new dilemmas now available. It looks like these might 1, 2, and 3. Looks like those might be offshoots of the dilemma we just did, or this is a new dilemma. Let's go ahead and do this one, right? This looks like a series of dilemmas. Let's do the Golden Harbor. Alright, the Royal Marshal reports to us that 3 windmills were set on fire last night along the road between Libra and Golden Harbor. The affected millers are asking for help rebuilding their windmills. Do we fund the reconstruction of the damaged windmills? I see. Okay, so if we vote for the funding of the reconstruction of the damaged windmills, our wealth is going to go down because we have to pay for it. However, if we don't, our food is going to go down. So because we want these resource trackers in this highlighted area, and we've already got one up here, if we vote nay, well, it's not going to have momentum. And want to put in I don't know how we put in... How do we put in additional power is my question. Because we've got 8 power. People are putting in 4. Wonder if there's a way to... Okay, that's just the pause menu. Okay, let's look at... Oh, I see. We can pay this amount of coin to change votes. Alright. That's what it looks like. Okay, so we can pay coins to bribe the other kingdoms to side with us, which is cool. Okay, so let's think about this. If we vote for yay, our money will go down, but it'll only go down 1 spot. Alright, and it'll come back out of the highlighted area, but we'll get to move food up in here as well. And I'm assuming that other dilemmas will hopefully move our wealth back up into the highlighted area where we want it. Or we could just move food down, but I don't know if we really want a kingdom without food. That would just be my guess. So, interesting choice. Alright, let's go for... okay, let's spend 4 coins. And let's vote. Okay, alright, so we change Gammons, and we'll fund it. With the monetary help of the crown, a small squad of carpenters decided to rebuild the burned-out windmills with the most advanced techniques available. After the work, we informed that they noticed the smell of an unknown alchemical substance at all 3 locations. Oh boy. Okay, see, so this just moved down a little bit, and this moved up into highlight area, where we want it. Huzzah. Okay. Alright, and stability is looking... Ugh. I forgot about that. Maybe we should have moved the food down so we can keep the stability from the two ends. I believe if the stability gets down here, the current king dies. And if the stability gets up here, the current king retires or is deposed. Okay, so let's look around. We've still got this city of tents. But let's just stay in Libra for now. Let's go this one right here. The value of might. Alright, Lorenz, an entrepreneur from Torque, led an expedition beyond the northern border to seek red iron mines, but we lost contact with him. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely a continuation of the red iron dilemma. Some suggest that we should send a military contingent to look for him, a very dangerous quest as it could be seen as trespassing by the kingdom of Inkal, further to the north, with whom we have not had contact for decades and whose military strength is unknown. Ugh. Do we send the army to investigate the disappearance of Lorenz? Okay, so... on one hand, like, no man left behind, right? We don't know what happened to Lorenz. But on the other hand, if we can get Nay to go through, we'll get 2 resources moved down toward this bottom area. And the stability marker should move down, which could help us keep the realm stable for a little longer. Because if this moves up... Well, luckily food's not going to move up. Food would go down because we need to spend supplies to fund the mission. I'm inclined to say nay, because we definitely want... we want our morale down? What is this? I'm trying to remember what this is called. In the game, like the different scoring zones have like a name. Okay, so we've only got 4 coins. If we do this, we have to spend the difference in points plus 1. So, to win. But we want these resource tracks to go down, so I'm gonna say nay. We don't know the strength. We don't know the strength of the military. We can't confidently send somebody back. A few days later, the corpse of Lorenz arrives in Torque, bound to a horse with a red iron dagger in his back, holding a letter. Your men violated our mountains. A just sentence has been passed. Okay, so honestly, that sucks for Lorenz. Moment of silence. But, I mean, this just confirms, right? Like, we wouldn't have wanted to send our military in there because now we know, okay, they are still pretty mad at us. They don't want us there. And again, Seems like the military is strong. The gory message is imprinted in red ink with the symbol of a gauntlet, the emblem of the Kingdom of Ankal. We alert the army scouts to keep an eye on these aggressive neighbors. Yeah, so the Ankalians are definitely aggressive. So, an unsafe market. After we abandon Lawrence and his smugglers to their fate, many of our merchants don't feel safe traveling outside the borders of the kingdom to seek new sources of profit. That's bad. But also, wealth was already moving down. So, if we can get it down into that gold zone. So, alright, so we just put all that effort into boosting the economy with the red iron sales, and now our merchants don't want to sell them because we left Lawrence to his fate. Well, that sucks. I mean, fair. Add to archives. Alright. Iron that pierces the sky. Despite the relatively short distance, contact with the Kingdom of Ankal was lost for decades. The bitter lands that divide us allow very few exchanges. And they never had much to offer anyway. Though they were a militaristic society, we considered the Ankali as inoffensive as the Skarams, nomadic tribes living in the unclaimed brown hills along our border. Yet, despite their small numbers, it seems they've become a threat thanks to red iron. They must have discovered it only recently, but they mastered its harvesting and smithing much better than we. Of course they did. Of course they did. Because of course. The scouts we sent even sighted an impressive fortress reinforced with huge red iron plates they call the Crimson Keep. Oh, boy, I can see where this is going. Alright. Third time this little thing has moved, and I still don't know what it means. There, would like some sort of text saying, mechanically, this is what's happening here. Outside of the tutorial. Oh! And we're automatically down at another... Oh, no, I see. Okay, good. So we got the stability marker down. And we've still got 4 more dilemmas before the king might die. That's what this time tracker is. So we've done 3 dilemmas. Once we get to dilemmas up here, is when the king might die. So I'm thinking this video will go until the current reign ends. So let's just continue. Are we ready to do the value of might, too? For the sake of continuity, let's just go ahead and see what we got. Alright. Dween. The Trade Guild in Duin. The Trade Guild in Duin is prospering from the trade of red iron, but its gains fail to trickle down to the common folk. Some want to tighten taxation and use part of the profits to help the struggling lower classes. The resulting price increase on red iron, though, will lower its commercial appeal. Yeah. Do we increase taxes on the trade of red iron? So, if we increase taxes on red iron, wealth is it's got momentum downward, so we can send it down. Everyone's voting nay. Ugh. So, we'd have to pay 4 power. I guess to win. But if nay wins, these two just kind of lose momentum and they'll equal out right near that spot. I don't know. I want to get some dilemmas that can help get these resources down more. I mean, I guess we just did. Okay. Honestly, if these are equalized kind of around this area, we should be able to get them back up into the upper echelon. So it feels like, and we don't want to spend a bunch of power going against the grain here. And for Yay to win, we would have to spend 4 power, and we only have 6 left. So unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to go with the council majority on this one. So let's not increase taxes. We deny the request, thinking that unfettered trade would benefit the poor better in the long run. The common folk, however, do not share our assessment. Oh boy, rebellion! Okay. Value of might 3. We've got 3 more dilemmas before the reign might end. And we need, which means we need to get those resources in the zones we want them before that happens. The Ferris Smithing Guild in the southern mark of Alwed is famous for its sophisticated steel works. The Alwedians are worried that they will lose their share of the market to the competition from red iron weaponry manufactured in Torque. They're asking to share the red iron crafting secrets to level the field. Do we force Torque to share its knowledge about steelwork with Allwed? I'm kind of thinking we should, because as the House of Torque, we're all about uniting with our neighbors, right? To stand against the common foe, and we want to be on good terms with the neighboring kingdoms in case the people in the Crimson Keep decide to attack us in call. So I'm inclined to say yes. But if we say nay, our wealth track will go up into the zone we want it in. And knowledge is so close to this bottom zone here. But if we don't force them to share knowledge, it's going to ruin relations with the Kingdom of Allwed. And I don't want that either. I'm torn between me, myself, wanting good relations with neighbors, and the goals of our house wanting our resource tracks to be in these zones. Of course, if we help increase knowledge and it starts going up, we might get other dilemmas that will help knowledge go up. We can get it up into this upper zone. But it's already close. And it feels like we want to be going with the momentum of the resource tracks instead of against the momentum. Ugh. Choices. Blast. Nay seems the mechanical choice, but yay is the role-playing choice I want to make. I'm torn. I'm gonna go yay. I want good relations with neighbors. A united kingdom should unite its knowledge. Thank you. Despite an initial... Wow. I'm normally good at getting words. That one is a word I've never seen before. Despite an initial recalcitrance following the insistence of the crown, the Torque Smithing Guild shares its secret expertise in red iron smelting and crafting with the other guilds of the kingdom. A boon for artisans. Alright. Though the sharing of knowledge regarding red iron smithing... Through the sharing of knowledge regarding red iron smithing, all artisans in the realm could better their skills, and consequently the whole kingdom benefited. That's what I said. Man. I should rule a kingdom. Okay. Alright. Oh, crap. I forgot about the stability marker going up. Okay. The next two dilemmas, we need to get resources down. And I think the only... Oh, okay, so we've opened some stuff up for us. Okay, so... Alright, looks like the iron... Oh, the iron that pieces the sky, that's about in call. Are we ready for that? We're in call. Let's take a break from the red iron storyline. Let's do the safe... Probably the safe City of Tents dilemma. We're also running out of power and coins. I wonder if... Man, is there a way we can... I guess we're waiting until the end of the reign to get more coins and power would be my guess. And the only way we get more of those rewards is if we can get those resources where we want them. Alright, let's just do City of Tents. Alright, Murano, a rich merchant from a remote desert city called the City of Tents, wants to negotiate a lucrative trade agreement. Among his samples of goods is a slave concubine in chains. Oh boy. Okay. He claims the woman comes from a desert temple that allegedly hides the golden map. A fabled item we've been seeking for decades. Many of our people are against slavery. Well, yeah, I would hope so. I would hate to have picked a kingdom that's pro-slavery. I'm guessing that the resource tracks where we... To put the resource tracks where we want it is going to have us to be pro-slavery. Not a fan of this. Do we force Murano, a rich merchant, to free the slave? Okay, so if we... I knew it. If we force him to free the slave... That's the moral choice, but both of these resource tracks are going against their momentum and they're going to equalize in the middle, and we want them on these extremes. And if we don't, our money will go up. But if our money goes up, the stability marker is going to go up. Because I think this is going to go up 2 spaces. And so the stability is going to go all the way up here. Which we don't want, because we need more time to get our resources where we want them. I don't like either of these. I don't like him at all. And I think we're going to have to vote that he doesn't free the slave, for the game. I just do not feel comfortable doing that. But of course, that's the King's Dilemma. That's how it works. Man. And also, again, it's going to move up 2 spots. So the stability marker is going to move up 2 spots. But this is just really going to screw with the momentum that we've got so far. I mean, we have to go. We have to go, nay. The melancholy sight of the chained concubine accompanies the dry discussions about trade and tariff. In the end, our merchants secure a profitable trade deal with the southern merchants. Morano is also more than willing to share what he knows of the mythical golden map. Legend says it leads to an endless fountain of liquid gold. Merchants from the southern continent call their home Conferta. Their caravans bring all manner of lavish exotic goods, soft silks, strange fruits, bizarre animals, strong spices. Vicious carnal pleasures revolutionize our market. Even trade in Conferton. Even trade in Conferton slaves become commonplace. Oh, I see. It's Conferta, but the Conferton. All right. The Conferton slaves become commonplace. The visiting merchants speak highly of the city of tents, describing it as a sumptuous commercial city among the dunes of the Ivory Desert. They even claim it was the capital of the fabled Sabian League. They even claim it was the capital of the fabled Sabian League, a merchant empire that once prospered and fell in that region. Their stories also include many contrasting legends regarding the location of the Golden Map, reigniting the interest of our scholars. All right. Ooh. Okay. I think these are dilemmas of a certain theme, is what that tracker is showing. Okay. Whew. Yeah, stability moved up, so we have to move things down. And after this dilemma, we're now on a timer on whether the king abdicates or dies. Okay, a sinful trade. Let's not go down that one. Let's go back to the red iron. That one was a lot more not about, hot topic issues. Okay, the iron that pierces the sky. Let's see if we can finish up this red iron plot, or continue it before our king dies. Alright, the Tribune reports to us that an unprecedented drought has hit Tyrol, ravaging crops and decimating the cattle. The price of bread has increased to the point that many among the poorest can't afford it. But the Kingdom of Muir is offering us uncannily cheap wheat. Importing it would save the poorest from starvation, but its low price is suspicious. They're sending us soiled goods. Do we import low-priced Murian wheat? Okay, cool. So, dope. If this is what we want, if we can get these resource strikes down. Okay, this is what I want. So, if we don't, we're going to lose food and we're going to lose morale. But we're an extremist. We want those resources to be down below, and they've already got downward momentum, so we can send them down. Morale is going to dip below because it's going to go 2 spaces. So it's actually going to get right here. Man, it's going to be cutting close. Of course, we could get food up, but it's not going to move. I'm trying to remember the exact math of the momentum. If it's flips momentum, I think it just moves up 1 space. I think we gotta go. Let's just go with the downward trajectory. Let's not import it. We don't want to risk poisoning our citizens, of course. It's not because our house's goals want us to have those resources down low. Some people believe that our avarice might doom the poorest outcast to starvation. The royal treasurer praises our caution, but few others praise the council's effort to keep the kingdom financially stable. Listen, man. A financially stable kingdom will benefit the realm. Muir's offer of cheap wheat was too good to be trusted. And recent news seems to prove our wisdom. Merchants coming back from Muir claim to have seen local scholars pouring huge quantities of wheat into the Albany River, a clear indication of its poor quality. See, look, we benefited our house, and we did something for the good of the realm. That's exactly the sweet spot we want to be in. Yet, with our other duchies also hit by the drought, albeit not as dramatically, they are unable to help, and the scarcity of food in Vandis, the capital city of the Mark of Tyrol, becomes a constant problem. Alright. So those living in the countryside managed to get by, feeding off the small gifts of the land, but for the poorest outcasts living in the cities of the Mark, hunger is brutal. Alright, so let's hope the king doesn't die. Or abdicate. Yay. Alright. Look at that. Just what we want. And the stability marker moved down. Okay, so looks like we're still good. King hasn't died. Reign hasn't ended, so we have at least one other dilemma to get some more resources down into the zones we want them in. So let's continue with Ankal. The iron that pierces the sky. Increasingly, rumors of the fierce kingdom of Ankal worry our people. Many think we should recruit more soldiers amongst the peasants to patrol the unclaimed lands north of our border. Scholars believe we should instead investigate the customs of Ankal to ascertain whether they really are a menace and to clarify the misunderstanding caused by the smugglers. So do we recruit more peasants into the army? Ooh, I mean, that could solve peasants starving for sure. Could solve that problem. Okay, so if we don't recruit more peasants into the army... okay, so interesting choice here. To get rewards, to get more rewards, we need more of our resources down to the zones. We'll gain more knowledge if peasants are not recruited into the army. I'm not sure how that works. But because this has an upward trajectory, it's only going to move 2 spaces. So it'll end up right here. It's not going to end up in the zone, which is where we want it. However, if we say yay, yeah, our welfare is only going to go up 1, but our food is going to drop 1, 2, 3. So it's going to get right in the zone where we want it. Because we need more food, I guess, to supply them with soldiers. Makes sense, makes sense. And the welfare will be increased because we'll be protecting our kingdom more. I'm inclined to believe that the Ankalians are... The Ankali is what it said. I think they're bad news. I think... Listen. I'm not just voting this because this is what would benefit our house. I'm just saying it would definitely benefit the realm of Torque if we could protect our borders from the Ankali. That's all I'm saying. Us being benefited is just... Listen, it's just like a little bonus. That's really not what I'm worried about. Yeah, let's go for it. And only 2 power, which we can afford. So, yeah. Calling many peasants to serve in the army unfortunately means less farming. It's fine. The High Commander issues orders to deploy the new contingents to the unclaimed hills north of our border, but diplomats worry that without knowing much about the Ankali, such a blatant display of power may precipitate a volatile situation. Okay, so like escalating our borders might inadvertently cause maybe a war. Definitely it would escalate the situation. Observant defense. The newly created contingents are sent to occupy the unclaimed hills in the north and bolster the border defenses. A series of small forts are set up close to Ankal's borders to observe their movements. The bulk of our army stands behind them in a large encampment, ready to intervene. Rumors of the dreadful might of the Ankali, however, spread fear among our ranks. Well, that's not good. The scary tales shared by the Skarums, the barbarian nomadic tribes living in the Brown Hills, suggest that they know no fear, and they are trained to master all weapons from the age they can walk. They are said to be very honorable, though, and they're known to always keep their word. Oh boy, I want to know what happens when this line reaches all the way to the end. Alright, we are out of power. Boom, let's go. We've got... The king was dethroned. Okay, well, we got so close to getting at least 3 resources down. Alright, so we get 1 prestige for every resource in the upper area of the track, 1 crave for every resource in the lower area of the track, 1 additional prestige and 1 additional crave if the central area of the track is empty. Okay, so... Alright, so... We only got 1 prestige and 1 crave. That's unfortunate. We almost got 2 crave, because we were almost able to get morale down. So you can see how... what the push and pull is, right? Like, do we do what's best for the king while also... We want to try and do what's best for the kingdom while also trying to benefit our house. And every reign, we are going to be given a different role, which means we're going to want the resource tracks in different spots. So, alright. King was dethroned. Looks like a rebellion of some kind. Let's go ahead and continue. Alright, looks like the resource tracks are kind of stabilizing. Okay. Oh, so now we get to choose... We get to choose what what role we want. So we did rebel. I see. So now we're going to get to decide what we want. All right, so if we're an opportunist, we get a crave for every resource on the lower half of the track, 2 additional crave if all resources are in the lower half of the track. Okay, so opportunist means we want to tank all the resources in the kingdom. I don't know if I want to do that. Opulent will get a prestige for every resource in the upper half of the track, 2 additional prestige if all the resources are in the upper half of the track. All right, so it's basically the opposite of the opulent. The rebel is what we already did. And by the way, these check marks here, if you do, I believe if you play as the same role multiple games in a row, not even just in a row, just multiple times, you will get rewards. So if we play Rebel 4 times, we'll get a crave. Greedy, 2 coins for every resource in the upper area of the track, 1 crave for every resource in the lower area of the track, 3 additional coins and 1 additional crave if the central area of the track is empty. I kind of like Greedy. All right, Moderate, 3 crave and 3 prestige, 1 prestige for every resource in the upper area, and 1 crave for every resource in the lower area are subtracted from the total. 2 additional prestige and 2 additional crave if all the resources are in the central area of the track. Oh, I see. We want to keep them everything in the middle, which, based on last reign, we could probably do. And if we play this one a couple times in a row, we'll get 3 prestige. I'm kind of thinking Greedy. I want more coins because I really like swaying other members of the council. Let's go with Greedy. Okay, preparations. Oh, it's not. Okay, so, all right. We got the world map again. I kind of want to go to preparations. Okay, so we've actually got some stuff now. So it seems like this we can spend... This is why we want prestige and crave, because we can spend those on things to prepare ourselves for upcoming dilemmas. So we can build a royal treasure room, store the riches of the kingdom in a secret room inside the castle keep. I'm sure that would help for wealth. And we would get 4 coins. We love coins. Research library's geology. Studying the terrain around the capital of Ankist will allow the construction of underground structures and tunnels. Okay. Research castle security. In terms of defense and security, the castle is somewhat lacking. Hiring some experts will allow the construction of adequate measures. Could be useful if the Ankali actually attack us. And build a food pantry. A place where people in need can go for a free meal. Looks like it's going to get us to... I guess I'm... The only thing I'm confused about, I don't know if this is the... I think this is the cost, and this is what we gain, is what I'm going to assume. So, building a royal treasure room, we'd be giving up all our prestige and crave for 4 coins. Well, it looks like these branch out into these adjacent spots. I'm not quite sure. I feel like, you know what, let's just keep it simple for now. Let's research castle security. That's only 1 prestige and 1 crave. Oh no, this is something that you gain. Because we just gain more. So I wonder if this is what you have to pay to make it. I don't want to risk spending all our coins. But I kind of also want to see what that would do. Because why would we pay 2 but we get 3? So we're really just paying 1. Let's just, yeah, we'll research this. Okay, so we did pay at that time. I'm a little confused on the system. That's okay, though. I'm sure I'm just misunderstanding something. Figured out. Okay, we'll save these for later. Let's go do some story. Everyone's 10 coins to build an alliance with. So you can build an alliance with other houses, which will help increase your power with them. I think make it cheaper to sway their votes. I definitely... Oh, man. I wanted to continue Observer Defense. Looks like it's not available in the demo. So we're going to have to go to this one over here. Alright. Burke, a soldier stationed at an outpost on the border within call, assaulted and violated a peasant named Allison upon his return to his hometown of Lovines in the Duchy of Bladen. Not good, Burke. His crime would deserve a harsh penalty, but he claims the isolation of the mountains drove him mad. He declares himself repentant and begs for mercy. So, innocent by way of insanity. Do we punish Burke, our guilty soldier? Okay. So... I'm trying to remember what our role is. Where do I go find that? I wish there was a way to... Well, let me check. No. Is there not a way to just look at my roll again that we picked for this reign? Because I have already forgotten. But I guess we're back in... I can't remember what it was that we needed. We picked greedy. So... These are highlighted. I don't remember why. Because greedy, we want more money. I don't remember, but it looks like we're just getting resources up in these highlighted zones. So yeah, I wish there was a button I could click that would allow me to just look, but it seems like I can't. Oh well, I guess we're just gonna go and with the assumption that of the highlighted area. So, all right, so we're looking at morale here. It's already got downward trajectory, and we want it down here. So, like, I want to punish Burke, but our house kind of wants to send our morale down. The reason is because it's black, so it's got downward momentum, so it'll move 2 spaces, which will get it close to the zone that we want it in. But also we could move morale. Morale is good. I think, like, morale is good. Hopefully we'll get another thing that will allow morale to go up. Again, this is what bit me in the back last reign, is that I picked stuff that didn't necessarily go along with the resource momentum. But I also... The man assaulted a peasant. Like, we need morale of the kingdom just generally. So Burke is neutered with boiling oil and sent back to the frontier to ponder his actions. Allison's village rejoices that justice is done and no similar incidents are repeated. Listen, you want the backing of the small folk, the peasant, to back your kingdom. And soldiers, if we let this pass, soldiers would think they could do whatever they want and get away with it. And we can't let them do that. All right? Okay. Let's do the next observant defense. A merchant named Maldron started smuggling alcohol to our northern mountain outposts. A few brawls have been reported as a result, but the soldiers are happy overall. Our high commander, however, is worried by this lack of discipline. That makes sense. Do we stop the merchants smuggling alcohol to our troops in the north? Okay, yes, it increases aggression, but you gotta let the soldiers cut loose once in a while. So, alright. This is pretty good, actually. If we stop the merchant smuggling, these things are going to follow their momentum, which is good. Wait, for greed, do we want money to be up top? Again, I don't remember, and I wish I could just reference exactly what we want. And I feel kind of stupid that I don't remember. Okay, but judging off of this, if we vote yes, which I was already totally... Oh. No, I kind of wanted them to keep smuggling alcohol. The troops need to be cutting loose, which will increase our money, but that will... It's already so low. No, we want to stop it. Welfare will go up, money will go down. That's where we want these resources. I feel like this is supposed to be up there, because I think I chose greedy if I remember correctly. Whatever. I don't remember. Yay. We're gonna go yay. We strictly control who the soldiers meet when they are on leave and what they bring back. The influx of alcohol smuggled by unscrupulous merchants is severely cut. I feel like that's gonna bite us in the back later. As a direct result, the number of violent incidents is also reduced. Yeah, but the soldiers aren't gonna be as happy. Boom. All right, and we got those right where we want them. Okay. What is our... Oh, wait, no. We are, torque. Info. Info. Do I remember... I guess it doesn't tell us what our thing is, which is frustrating. Okay. Man, I'd love to continue the observant defense one. I feel like, is that it for the demo? I'm already invested in the story. Alright, so we've got some dilemmas here. Tale of Sorrows 1 not available. That's fine. Sinful Trade. Let's do this Tale of Sorrows. Vandus. Oh, I guess we just had to pay 2 coins to do that one. Oidos, a merchant from the coast importing fish into the Mark of Tyrol, carelessly let a load of fish rot during transport. You idiot! Taking advantage of the dire need for food in the cities of the region, he sold it anyway at an obscene price, causing a major epidemic of dysentery in Vandis. Oidus claims it was an honest mistake. Uh-huh. Do we punish Oidus, the rotten food seller? I mean, I want to say yes, but we'll see where the resource tracks lie. What do we want? Unfortunately, good. We're on this. Sorry, I wasn't looking at this yet or nay. Yes, we definitely want to punish Oidus. Wow. Everybody wants to not punish Oidus. So we'd have to pay 4 power, but that gets the resources where we want. I really feel like there's not a dilemma here. Although I'm curious, I should read up on these other houses. I wonder what's going on with them that they would think that you shouldn't have to punish this guy. He gave the whole town dysentery. Dysentery. I don't know. Sickness. Yay. Let's spend 4 power. We force Oidus to eat his own rotten fish for a week. Got him! The dreadful spectacle may deter other merchants from investing in our kingdom, but it will definitely deter further scams. No, it's not going to deter them as long as they have nothing rotten to sell. We're not punishing all merchants. Alright, so we pay 4 power. Oh, okay. I guess I misread the momentum of this. I misread the momentum of this resource track. Oh, snap! The king was dethroned. 2 for every resource in the upper area of the track, 1 crave for every resource in the lower. Oh, okay, so we wanted everything up above. See, this is. I really wish I could have read up on this because I forgot what greedy was. 3 additional coins and 1 additional crave if the central area of the track is empty, which it definitely isn't. Okay, so clearly I kind of suck at this game. Although, I must say, I really wish I could reference greedy, and maybe I can, and I just don't see the button. Because I was looking at these highlighted areas and thought that's where I wanted them, and now I feel kind of stupid, to be honest. That's okay. It's the first time playing. I wonder why the king was dethroned. Did the stability marker reach the end? I don't think it did. Huh. Alright, well I guess we'll go into the third reign. Pick opulent. Alright, let's remember this. You know what? I'll just take a picture so I can reference it. 1 crave for every resource in the upper half of the track, 2 additional, or 1 prestige, 2 additional prestige if the resources are in the upper half of the track. Okay, so kind of like greedy, we want everything up above. I guess this is what we're picking. We don't... Oh! No! You reached the end of the demo. Thanks for playing. Stay tuned for more, and please add the King's Dilemma to your wishlist. Already done. Alright, everybody. Well, unfortunately, that is the end of the King's Dilemma Chronicles demo. I might actually stitch this together as 2 videos now that I realize this is so short. But I hope you guys enjoyed. The full game, I believe, is coming out at the end of this year. Rest assured, I really enjoyed the story of this, and I want to see where it goes. Unfortunately, I guess we won't be able to continue the story that I have in this demo. That's okay. I didn't do gameplay-wise all too well, but I'm super excited about this game. Definitely excited about a way to play the King's Dilemma. And when the full game comes out, I definitely will be making a full series about this because I am super invested in the story. Hope you guys liked this new kind of video, the King's Dilemma Chronicles, wish listed on Steam if you guys are interested. And also make sure to check out the Queen's Dilemma campaign on Kickstarter. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.